hands free too, right?
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to make it, and
have you been going? Have you done hands free? Because last time you didn't go hands free.
I didn't do it hands free. I've adjusted the microphone settings for myself.
Oh, okay.
And then also I got the clock up there, so I know you have a hard out.
Yeah, we got time.
Yeah, no, because it's like 12:10 right now, 12:05.
Yeah.
It's not.
I gotta get out by like 11. Well, what I say, 1:30?
1:30.
The movie don't start till 2:30, but I have to go home because my girlfriend needs motivation to hurry up and get her stuff together so we can leave.
Do you ever, okay? Have you ever thought about like just setting like fake fires in the apartment? Because I know she's got the athletic ability to move if she needed to, but it's just like it's always...
Man, you know what? It's funny. She had to drive me at the airport so I can go film the show.
Philly. The Philly.
So I told her a time, and she was ready 10 minutes before that time. And then she was like,
"Wait, did you give her the time that you needed to leave by?"
I gave her the time that I needed to leave by.
Okay,
but it was a fake time I needed to leave by.
Oh, you artificially...
I was giving myself extra time.
You artificially backdated.
Yeah. I was giving myself extra time, but then she was ready 10 minutes before the time I told her. And I was like, so when you getting rid of me, then you could be early.
Then she's motivated.
Yeah,
she's motivated.
When I'm on my way out, then you could be motivated to get my ass out the house.
As opposed to like a dinner party
or anything else.
Or anything or like grocery shopping.
Like
or
stuff that won't wait on us. Like what time the movie starts. Like they not going to wait on us.
Oh, the thing about AMC, you're AMC, right?
Yeah.
It's 30 minutes.
I time it like that, though.
You already compensated for 30 minutes.
I time it as I get there, I have enough time to park, go to the restroom, get my popcorn, and I'm in the seat
by the time
Nicole
Kidman's walking off. You know, after she's staring at the
exactly.
When I was a little girl,
right?
Okay.
So when I say the time, I'm already putting all that into
you compensate
count.
Yeah.
You've done still push it. She pushes still, and like I'll be like, you know what? I can't wait no more. Nicole is almost finished telling us to, visit AMC's while we sit in an AMC.
Yeah.
So I gotta go sit down.
Yeah.
And then she walk in, 2 minutes after the movie started, and be like, what happened? And I'm like, nothing. Nothing has happened.
You did this to you. You did this to you. So yeah, you found the cheat code basically, right?
Oh man. The cheat code is telling her that I need to go somewhere without her, and then she, on time to get rid of me real quick.
Fair.
That's what works.
All right. Did you catch the movie? I've been watching all movies. I've been watching like too many movies. That thing's blinking. It's gonna drive me nuts, but whatever.
I watched Beverly Hills Cop.
Okay, Axel Foley, the 4, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
And
I liked it.
I was like, where the fuck is Matt?
My scene was not in it. My scene was not even used in it.
Oh, was it?
That was a $600 day.
Hey.
And I wasn't the only one.
Hey.
And they didn't even use that scene.
Oh.
It was him. It was supposed to be like him walking out or going into the Detroit airport and then coming out of LAX.
Oh, okay. Wait, you was in Detroit and LA? You was on the plane with him? Is that
No, just out of the airport. We used a hotel downtown LA to look like Detroit airport, and then also to look like LAX, like just the part where people walk in, and we had to like change clothes. You had to like wear like winter coats and shit like that. You had a bunch of fake snow on the ground. They're trying to do a compare contrast scene. Right, it was it was going to be cute. And Paul Reiser was there, and they were going to say something cute, and they said something cute to each other in the car or something like that. And they didn't even use it, but whatever. I know, man. If you didn't like the movie, it's because Mike, you didn't see me.
That's it, man. I knew it was missing something, bro.
Yeah, a little.
I was like, this is missing a little bit of something.
You know what it really missed?
Huh?
Were you around for this? Brando Murphy.
Brando Murphy. Who's Brando Murphy?
Oh, exactly. You never heard the Brando Murphy story?
No.
Okay, can I go into the Brando Murphy story? Okay, there was this comedian. He was out of Florida. He looked similar to Eddie Murphy.
Oh, really?
He was maybe, I guess, I'm trying to think. He's probably around maybe mid-30s now, so it's like 10 years ago. So he was like 25 when he came out to LA.
Oh.
And he was telling everybody he was Eddie Murphy's son.
Stop.
Yeah. And he went by the name Brando Murphy. And
genius.
And and all he did was a really bad Eddie Murphy and Beverly Hills Cop imitation. and he was going on and on and on like this for like 3 or 4 years. This was probably early 2010s maybe, and he had a running thing going, I felt bad for the other guy who was doing it. He was doing it with Richard Pryor's real son.
Wait.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor's son and a dude claiming to be Eddie Murphy's son.
Who wasn't Eddie Murphy's son? Yes.
We're doing a
show called Sons of Comedy.
Oh
like
my God!
But I know Richard Pryor's son, and there was no doubt that this was Richard Pryor's son, Mason. He's a nice kid, you know. He's just not a great comedian. It's just I know he wasn't faking the funk like this one was. And Eddie Murphy had to file a lawsuit against the guy.
Oh, God.
And he was using the lawsuit to claim even more. It was just like, oh, look what my father's trying to do to me. And his whole act was doing, that guy, just do it. And having that grin, the Axel Foley grin and stuff like that. It was a bad Eddie Murphy impression from like. It was a good Eddie Murphy impression. I won't lie. It was a good Eddie Murphy impression, but. Go do that somewhere else. That's not a stand-up comedy. You don't do that at the Comedy Store. And then complain that you're not getting up at the Comedy Store. It's like, you're not Eddie Murphy's son, because if you were, Eddie Murphy would say, hey, put my son up. It was the weirdest freaking thing. And it was, I forgot how, for some reason, it was just, I remember one time we were at the store, and I think Willie was hosting a potluck, and Brando Murphy was on potluck that night. The first 10 open micers.
Yeah.
And somebody went and like somebody who was like really good wanted to just get their spot over with. They were usually going to go up around 10 or 11. They just did 10 minutes up early. I think it was like Steve Byrne or somebody, like a working guy, you know. And then this fake Eddie Murphy knockoff starts throwing a fit in the bag. He's like, how you gonna bump Eddie Murphy's son? and once he gets on, everybody in the back starts clowning on him. Yeah, it starts clowning on because all he's doing, it's a 3-minute set, and he doesn't have 3 minutes of material. And it's okay if you're bad. Nobody hates you if you're bad. People hate you if you're hack. You know?
But wait.
Yeah.
You said that he was teamed up with Richard Pryor's son, and they had a Sons of
Comedy thing. It was up at Studio City.
He did a show and he didn't have 3 minutes? Ooh.
Yeah, basically. He was just doing, not material. He was just doing imitations of Eddie Murphy.
For 30 minutes?
I didn't watch it. I never went.
Oh my God, I wish you would went.
No.
You needed to see this in person, bro.
People
were paying to see this?
It didn't last very long, but it did last multiple shows.
Oh my God.
Because there was another girl who does like a Kim Kardashian thing. She does a lot of character bits and stuff like that. She wasn't pretending to be Kim Kardashian. She wasn't saying she was the fourth Kardashian.
Oh,
she's like a legitimate comedian, but I don't even want to put her name on it because I don't want to associate her. Because she's embarrassed about the situation. I'm sure, but because they asked her to do it, she's like legitimately funny.
So she would go do a Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, she would do like a lot of a lot of Armenian kind of prissy stuff. It was all just like cover comedy.
But this was really Richard Pryor's son, though.
Yeah.
Why was he doing this with this dude?
He was tricked. He was convinced.
He thought he was Eddie's son for real?
I believe so.
So everybody else in the freaking game is like, you not Eddie's son. Stop.
Yeah.
But this one dude.
Yeah. I don't know that whole story. But he went along with it, and I think he was just trying to. He legitimately is Richard Pryor's son, and he was a nice guy. He used to work at Sycamore over there, whatever they do comedy over at Sycamore.
Oh,
and he's a normal. But this guy was a psychopath. This guy. And he was ripping off other comics, not ripping off other, but like financially, I know that
he was stealing money from comics. Where he's running Ponzi schemes.
Basically, like, hey, lend me money and then do a spot on my show and I'm not paying back. And he was very Florida guy. He
tried to get himself cell phone plans.
I'm not exactly sure. It was another girl who she was a white girl, but always kind of did the black scene. And she was just like, oh yeah, he owes me money too. And I was like, that's a shocker. And and I was just like, she was a sweetheart, and he was just running all. And then His name was Brando Murphy. You can look him up. Legitimately, there's probably still videos of him on YouTube. And it's not a bad Eddie Murphy imitation, but it's also, how are you to do that as an act?
What? So Brando Murphy out here still in the streets.
Yeah. Oh, he's still out here, I believe. I know he's on. What he's doing now? Guess what he does now? It doesn't have to do with comedy.
It doesn't have to do with comedy.
Guess what he sells now? It doesn't have to do with comedy.
He sells insurance.
Crypto.
Oh,
He's selling crypto. He's selling coins. He's a coin consultant. You pay him to get the inside scoop because he clearly
knows what's going on. Mm-hmm. He's a multi-millionaire then, right?
Oh yeah, clearly. Yeah, he's a Dodge Neon millionaires. Yeah. And you can be a millionaire and drive a Dodge Neon, but you're also not.
Yeah, he's still out. He ain't doing comedy no more though.
I hope not. I mean, it's a big city. It was so funny because like I remember I think it was like whoever was hosting had said something. And goes, you already. It was a black comic. He goes out. You already said, huh? And it was just like, not seen it. And he goes. And then so it says, the other guy said, these are all guys that are passed now at the store. Also, and he says, hi. He's like, yeah. You're like, he ain't gonna take you to meet Eddie Murphy. Go, he ain't met Eddie Murphy. And it was just like, it was. I forgot.
I see it. I forgot. He gonna take you to Eddie Murphy. Nigga, he ain't mad at Eddie Murphy. I can see it.
Yeah, it was just like one of those things where the whole room fell out because those two guys are funny anyway. But it was all like, what? We're not falling for this scam, And it was just like, not seeing it. No.
I get it. No, I get it. I can see
Brando Murphy. God, I forgot about that. I made a crack on Facebook. Say, I'm not going to enjoy Beverly Hills Cop unless Brando Murphy makes a cameo.
Oh, okay.
And then because it was like so under the radar, I realized that like only like 15 people do it, but all 15 people were like, "Oh yeah, I got a Brando Murphy story." Oh. Yeah, he would also like try to hop in on shows and say, hey, I'm Eddie Murphy's son. And
of course he did.
Yeah, of course. He wasn't going to go on merit. Like if you're running a show and like like a big comic comes in, you're like, oh yeah, do time. Or like Anthony Jeselnik. If you're doing a show, Anthony, yes, absolutely, this guy's hilarious. Whatever, just pulling a name out of my ass. Yeah. And he's like, oh yeah, cool, whatever, but it's like, when someone really wants that guest spot and they just come in out
man, I'm trying to get a quick 10, you know what I'm saying? Like, who are you? Man, I'm Brando Murphy. I'm Eddie Murphy's son.
Okay. I saw one of the way. I saw that. I've seen it happen to go bad. I remember I think one time I saw Shawn Wayans do it. It was just like but he's Shawn Wayans. He can do that.
What do you mean it went bad?
Like he was trying brand new stuff. I could tell it wasn't developed, and he was trying to do like a squeeze in spot at the comedy store.
Wasn't getting no laughs.
It wasn't. He was getting some, but it wasn't.
You working on it, but you would hope to get some chuckles.
Yeah, and it was like a late night.
Otherwise, you're throwing all of it away.
It was a late night, middle of the week at the comedy store one day,
I was just saying.
But he's in it at the level where it's like, okay, you're on in living color.
Have you ever seen him do stand up?
Yeah, that was.
Is he good?
Who?
Shawn Wayne.
Yeah.
Is he good?
I can tell he's better than he was that night.
The Wayans brothers, the rest of them always talk about how Shawn is the best writer.
He may be.
I'm like, he's the best writer. He's
not the strongest performer.
But I'm like,
Marlon's the best. Marlon and Damon.
Yeah, Marlon, Damon.
Yeah, Damon Jr.
Shoot, wasn't Keenan on Star Search?
Yeah, Keenan was.
He did Carson before he. I'm like, but I ain't never seen Shawn do stand up.
I've seen Shawn do stand up.
I've
seen him do. I've seen him do stand up on video, but I've never seen him do. The only time I saw him do it.
I've never seen a video. I gotta see a video. I never even seen that.
Well, I think it's like they say that like
they're brothers.
He may be the.
They're brothers.
They're like they say, hey, you're the strong rider. And you're like, didn't Keenan write I'm gonna get you sucker? Didn't Keenan write Scary Movie? Didn't Keenan You know, right? Scary Movie 2, you know, and I'm gonna get you. Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking. You know, obviously, you know,
they're brothers. They gotta hype their brother up.
And you know, and you could say he's the best writer because nobody sees what the writing
right.
is. It's just like
Sean wrote that. Okay.
No, he's sharp as the pencil's really good.
Okay.
He always makes sure we have plenty of paper.
Yeah, I say so. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's why when Damon was doing Mo Money, he was like, I'm gonna put in Marlon, the younger one, instead of Sean, because Sean's a better writer.
I don't want to shit on him, but it was just like,
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I believe you guys. I believe them. I believe the Waynes.
Sure, okay.
You know what? Right now, I'm still mad at the Waynes.
Okay,
so I'm gonna talk shit about
them. What are you mad about?
Huh?
What are you mad about?
Damon and Damon Jr. got a TV show coming out.
Okay.
Called Papa's House.
All right.
You know my character I was doing?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Papa Stewart.
Yeah.
It's too damn similar, man.
Well,
it's too close, bro.
Yeah, I think the whole
everybody like parallel thinking. Oh, black dude is an easy, you know, it's a common character. Everybody say that stuff, man, but it's the specifics about the character. He works in radio. Who's still working radio? My character worked in radio.
Oh,
who's still working radio at this point? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's possible.
I wrote a script about my character's daughter moving back into the house with him and with her kids. The show is about Damon's son moving back into the house with him with his kids. I'm like, it's just too close, man. It's too close. These motherfuckers robbed me.
You think they saw it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
All right. It's possible.
I do.
It's possible.
It is possible. Yeah. There's nothing I can do about it, man. That's what's crazy. So I got a grudge against the Waynes. I refuse to watch any In Living Color clips until I'm fairly compensated for Papa Stewart.
they were like, man, we're not really making the money off the my color clips.
My 3 cents on YouTube ain't coming to them some bitches.
They were like, man,
you ain't getting my 3 cents on YouTube.
Yeah, we're gonna have to switch to.
That sound fairly compensated.
We're gonna switch to generic seltzer water.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
We're gonna have to switch to this, like the Ralph's version I've got here.
You're getting my views, Chief.
Yeah, man.
You ain't getting my views.
Hey, I like the way you're dropping the hammer on it.
Hey, I gotta stick it to them, man, until they, shoot. Actors were striking.
Yeah.
Writers were striking.
Yeah, you're on a
voiceover is striking.
You're on a YouTube strike.
I got a strike too, man.
You got a
fairly
strike hard,
bro.
All right, so back to I took us on a bit of a detour.
Yeah, we talking about the cop show.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Yes.
Axel Foley.
You like it?
I enjoyed the hell out of it.
It's the nostalgia hits you, right?
Then, Jerry Bruckheimer. You know, he's got a look for how he made it, and I didn't rewatch because I know a lot of people did that where they rewatched the first ones before they watched the new one.
Oh, people do that.
Some people did, because they put them on.
I didn't see them enough. Did you see them enough? I didn't see them.
Yeah, but I get, and then also it had just a really good, fast moving vibe. It wasn't Academy Award, but it was a funny cop comedy, action. It was action, drama, suspense, comedy, and I felt like there was another thing was I was just like, when is Judge Reinhold coming in? Because he was just stashed away the whole movie.
Yeah, he popped up and got kidnapped. It was a rap.
Yeah,
movie.
But was he kidnapped at the beginning? Did they show him getting kidnapped at the beginning, or did
he went to look inside the car?
Yeah. Okay.
And then you ain't see him no more.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Looking in the car.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Nobody, he just didn't answer his phone. It took them like 2 days of him not answering his phone before they actually started getting worried.
Yeah, that was a little bit like
he called you and was like, "Hey, your daughter's in danger, man. You need to get out here." Yeah. And then he didn't answer his phone for 2 days, and everybody was just like, "I wonder where he's at."
Yeah. What? The other thing is, I can't remember the kid's name. He's got like 3 names. So one of his
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah. He's gonna be like forever like a Robin character. You know what I mean?
Hey man, find
your lane. He's working. It was.
Find your lane.
I didn't like him.
He was short, so
I didn't like him in the movie.
Okay.
But I still liked the movie. If that makes sense.
Okay.
I didn't like him. I liked the daughter. She was a good shit talker. I wasn't familiar with her.
My issue with the movie was immediately first scene Kevin Bacon in, he's clearly the bad guy.
Yeah,
like it's just like
oh yeah, it's telegraphed.
Like Eddie Murphy says it later on about his attire, but everybody else saw it immediately. Like, why is this fucking detective dressed like a fucking
Pat Riley or something?
Yeah, why is he dressed up like
an NBA coach
suit and fucking 3 red bottoms on? Like, what is happening right now? Why is he dressed like this?
It looked. I mean, I didn't think anything about it, and then I go, yeah, it's clearly that. It was clearly telegraphed.
Obviously.
And also,
when I see him, I was like, that's the bad guy right there.
Well, I'd also just watched another movie where Kevin Bacon was a bad guy too, so I was just like,
he was getting by or something.
Well, I couldn't tell if it was me. I could tell he was. I could tell he was the bad guy. I didn't realize how bad he was. You know, I didn't realize how shady he was.
Also, if you're gonna get somebody name with a name, how the bad guy gonna suspect him? Obviously, it's Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, he's not just gonna do a character part.
Right. Kevin Bacon gonna pop up just to be like, hey, I'm Kevin Bacon. I'm the captain of this unit, and bye.
I'm doing internal affairs. All right, well, don't worry about me being Kevin Bacon over here. You know, and I'm gonna look all weird and creepy while I'm doing it. You know,
right. Come on, man.
Yeah, I know. I had just watched.
Surprised me sometimes.
Yeah, that was a little bit too telegraphed. It was too on the nose.
That was it.
The action, the helicopter scene was funny. You know,
it was super unrealistic.
Absolutely, it was supposed to be. Absurd.
They had so much room to drive in Los Angeles in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way those streets gonna be that.
Yeah, they clear. Yeah.
Downtown, that clear?
Yeah, no, never. I've never seen downtown LA that clear.
Come on.
Yeah, no, it was.
They were able to do a car chase and gunfire, and no cop showed up.
Yeah. It's just.
There was one part where they was like driving east. On Wilshire.
Oh, do you do that thing too, where you're like, "Oh, this isn't logistically possible." Yeah.
Exactly.
We've been around in the city too long.
Exactly, same thing, man. I was like, he's driving east and just passed MacArthur Park, and they continued to drive, and they ended up at the Wilton, which is 3 miles west
of it.
First of all, how did you do that?
Yeah, I caught that too, and I was just like, okay, I'm not the only one. Good, all right.
Yeah, man.
And then also like MacArthur Park. Look, that was the cleanest I've ever seen MacArthur Park.
They clearly pushed some people out the way.
Oh yeah, I didn't see any hot dog vendors. I didn't see anybody sleeping. I didn't see anybody shooting up. I didn't see anybody selling their ass, male or female, in MacArthur Park. I didn't see anybody masturbating. I didn't male or female. Or in between, whatever, you know, wherever it was. Yeah, I had never seen MacArthur Park look that nice.
No, sir.
And I was just like, that's the Hollywood magic.
Oh
yeah. And don't worry, if you go there now, it's back.
Yeah, you can see the real MacArthur Park right
now. They have to like put the dirt back. Here's the needles. Here we go, guys. Don't worry, we kept them in a bag. Here we go, guys. There we go.
That was somebody's property. You gotta steal their stuff, bro.
That'd be funny. That'd be funny if that's like a cleanup project by like Karen Bass or whatever. She's like, hey, keep shooting movies in LA. I guess it's a chance to clean up a neighborhood.
Yeah, that would work.
Hey, anybody want to shoot anything on Skid Row?
You want a permit? You gotta clean the neighborhood first.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that'll work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's that. So they can make it look like, oh, hey, we're not just being hateful or anything like that.
That'll work.
We're trying to keep these. We're trying to keep all these lighting and grip guys working. We're doing it for them. You know, we wanted everybody to lay on the ground here. Yeah. There was no soccer. There was no MS-13 soccer games going on. There was. It was just nothing. It was just like, that was not.
I didn't hear not one person in the background arguing with their imaginary friend,
or street preachers.
No, those are the worst.
Yeah,
they come out with the speaker box.
And I'm sure they're doing good work, and I'm not disparaging, but it also, whatever. And I know, and I know it's a road game for me, so I did it.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I didn't understand shit they say.
Yeah, it's not. They're not the best.
I don't think anybody.
A lot of enthusiasm, though. A lot of enthusiasm.
So fast.
Yeah.
It gotta be too fast.
Well, it's because they're trying to do a whole sermon in Spanish while you're at a red light, before you get
out of earshot.
They're running under the gun.
They read a whole chapter.
Whole chapter, yeah.
Well,
while you're at a 30-second red light, man. Yeah.
Ah, that's funny. That's crazy.
This is Juan Chaperón. 31, 14. And then doing it with a loudspeaker. Yeah. The acoustics are all fucked up.
My God.
Yeah, so you know that really wasn't MacArthur Park.
Oh
right,
my, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I like the movie. Despite the MacArthur Park. Despite the making MacArthur Park.
Oh man. Yeah, I like the nostalgia, man. My man Eddie Murphy, Beverly Hills Cop was great. I always
yeah,
even if you didn't
the
like
music,
Park,
they brought the music back. Well,
Serge came back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, everybody was back. What was that? Bronson Pinchot.
Yeah.
They brought everybody back that could, at least, except for I think like the old people who passed away.
Yeah.
Probably like the original chief of Beverly Hills, because it was like the old guy was now the chief.
Right.
Yeah.
Which was weird because he retired before the third one.
Yeah.
And then he came back to be the captain of the.
Yeah.
And what?
And then Joseph Gordon-Levitt was supposed to be the Judge Reinhold
and
character.
then Judge Reinhold in the third one was commanding a special task unit.
Yeah, now he's like a private detective.
Like detective?
He's a private detective, I think.
I think he's still working for. He retired. He quit the force.
He was because they all knew him, but he had that office that they shot up.
Yeah, he quit the force. Yeah, you're right. You're right. My bad. He quit.
Also, his office was like in a place where like people get headshots and astrology readings.
It looked like,
you know what I mean?
Was that not his apartment?
No,
like an apartment complex.
It was like, well, I mean, I've seen those where like an apartment complex gets turned into an office space.
Oh, okay.
And it looked like a bunch of because it's always like shady businesses there. It's like massage parlors and like chicks that do hair kind of thing, unlicensed. You know, and it's like a medical office building, but like nobody has permits to do anything, and like everything, it's just astrology readings. They have a place that over there. Homeboy wants to go to an open mic to, and it's like one of those places that's in an office park, and I'm like, well, why? What are we doing? Why don't we go with people? Why don't we go where there's people? You know,
he want privacy to do his jokes.
I want privacy to do that joke.
You don't want nobody fucking laughing and shit, messing up the That's what it is.
That's exactly what it feels like. And I went there once as a because he's a friend, and I was just like, oh man, this is horrible. I took him to a bar to go do an open mic. It was just like he's like, well, where do we sign up? I go, you go there. Because they're all used to all these like
you gotta slide it.
And I took him to this guy Steve Hernandez. It's this great little because he's learning and it was like, oh wow, I was like, yeah, this is what comedy was like. You didn't need
you didn't have to you weren't trapped in a room. You didn't have to stay until everybody else's turn.
Oh yeah, it wasn't a hostage situation.
Yeah, it wasn't. Oh, you must stay for the full hour.
Yeah, that's when so the Kevin Bacon movie I saw right before that was Maxine.
I haven't seen Maxine.
Okay,
Kevin Bacon is in that now?
Oh yeah.
Kevin Bacon all over
the cast was freaking amazing. Maxine was a great movie. That was it was I saw it in July. Saw it last month. So it was a slasher film. It was the third part of they had X with Jenna Ortega was the first one, and then Pearl was like the sequel to that. And it was like a 3-part thing. And this was her. It was set in 1980s Los Angeles, and her name was Mia Goth. Is the lead? Yeah, I wasn't familiar with her. Fucking amazing, great movie. But Kevin Bacon is one of the bad guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like a private detective.
Was he raping?
He's a slash.
He's the guy.
Yeah, he's the private detective hired by her father to track her down.
Okay.
Because like her father was like a Christian preacher.
Makes him a bad guy?
The way he's doing it is not.
Hey man, enemies necessary.
he's cutting up folks.
He's to find her.
Yeah.
How's that gonna work?
Yeah. What do you mean?
You killing people to get information?
Yeah.
But if they think they're gonna die, they're not gonna tell you nothing.
I mean, it wasn't a documentary.
Have you ever thought about that where they were like, if you don't tell me what I want to know, I'm gonna kill your ass.
Like if I don't tell you, you'll never know.
If I tell you, you're gonna kill me anyway.
Yeah, I think you have to go it's like a pain torture thing.
That's not gonna work on me.
Yeah. Well, you may be a strong-willed individual. You know,
it just doesn't make sense logically. Like I'm looking you in your eyes.
Yeah.
You're not gonna let me live. I know what you look like.
Yeah. That's common sense. That's logic. That's logic. Yeah. But if you're torturing somebody and they're looking for any way to get out of it or to die easier, to die softer, maybe I think that's the move. You know, just like pulling out fingernails or something like that.
Pulling out fingernails. They pull out one. Mm-hmm. If you get past 2 fingernails, they're not gonna tell you nothing. So you might as well kill them.
I've never really had these thoughts.
I'm just saying. Look,
are these some of your traffic thoughts?
I mean, it just makes sense, man.
Okay.
Like you pull one fingernail out, and they're like, "Oh my God!" You get the second one out, excruciating pain.
Yeah.
If
they already knew how bad it was.
Exactly. If they don't tell you right then,
now
they're not gonna tell you nothing.
Now you're just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's just hey. Now it's like, hey, I didn't make the basketball team,
it's
or
2 and through.
You know, I never got to date a cheerleader in high school.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. He's just going through some other things. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah. Or hey, I think I paid too much money for my car. I got ripped off at the car dealership. So you're just peeling off people's fingernails.
You just being a psycho now.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
1, 2, you're just trying to get your information. You're trying to make this work.
Yeah, like a
3, you crazy.
Yeah, Maxine was good. It was also like it's not gonna win any awards. It was a good movie. I like going to movies. You like going to movies?
Of course.
I like the shared experience. You know, does that make sense?
Yep.
Where also like afterwards you like talk about it for a little bit. You almost have to debrief, especially after that movie. Because you saw a bunch of people get their throats slashed in that movie, and it was also filmed like a block away from here, and it looked like 1980s. Which they made Hollywood look grimy. Could you imagine that? No,
that was pretty hard. Huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, all they did was add like some payphones. Or actually they didn't add the payphones. They just put the cords on the phones that were already there, and then use a lot more hairspray. That was basically it. Yeah, this guy was working at a Betamax shop.
Yeah, and then they just filmed it in sepia, make it look like
it's Instagram filter. It's for the Wes Anderson. It's the Wes Anderson thing where
we got shitty cameras. That's why I look like this.
We filmed this with shitty cameras.
It's the 70s, man. What you want?
Yeah, I like the music was good. It was the shit that was before my time, but my sister was 7 years older than me, so it was the stuff that she used to listen to, and they kind of made it. And it was just I enjoyed it. And Kevin Bacon was the bad guy in it. Kevin Bacon, I'm trying to remember who. Giancarlo Esposito.
Oh, he was in there.
Yeah, he was her agent because she's like a porn star that's trying to be a legitimate actress. She's trying to be like a Jamie Lee Curtis kind of thing. It's not like a slasher film, Halloween kind of. And her manager was Giancarlo Esposito, who he is comedically hilarious. I had never seen him do funny like this, and he steals so many scenes. They don't use his voice in the trailer. Because he's doing like this character voice throughout the whole thing, and it's so silly. It's like you don't see it coming. Bobby Cannavale is one of the detectives who's just such an ass. He's been in a whole bunch of shit. And I can't remember the other lady detective. She was great too. It was just a great cast. It was Monaghan, maybe not Michelle Monaghan.
A woman?
Yeah, Michelle.
No woman.
Michelle something. Anyway, she used to be like a star, but she was great as a lady cop detective. They were the ones hunting him down, and it was just so great. Good suspense. It's a dumb movie to see with friends.
It's a slasher film.
Yeah, it's a slasher film.
Yeah,
it's one you'd watch on Halloween or you ever gone to the theater or when they show movies at the cemetery?
The cemetery?
Yeah.
No,
that's the best. That's the best. Definitely recommend that.
You gotta sit on the ground and stuff.
Yeah, you throw a blanket. You bring a blanket. It's like a picnic. You get blitzed and that kind of thing. I saw Carrie up there. It was great.
I won't watch a movie unless I got a recliner chair now. So
we got spoiled, dude.
Yeah, I'm definitely not sitting on the ground.
Oh hell no! I saw with homegirl saw Twisters
in IMAX. No recliners.
No Prime.
You had the recliners.
I had the recliners and the rumble seats for Twisters. Because it's like a tornado, the whole seat shake.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I mean, I've been in movies where they had Prime, but I didn't really realize until you see Twister. You're like, oh wow, I really need that. You know what I mean?
Oh really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's Twister. I kind of remember the first one.
Much better. First one, the second one's much better. So it's dumb.
They're chasing tornadoes.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's a dumb plot. I'm from Oklahoma. The one thing that was where I saw the girl I was with. She was just like, Glenn Powell's a small mouth. I'm like, yeah, that's true. That is true. He's there's like good tornado chasers and bad tornado chasers. Like he's trying to help people, but he's also like a YouTube guy. He does like footage, but he like donates the money to relief efforts.
Okay.
And then the other tornado chaser, they're doing it just so they can they
make a living.
No, what they're doing is they're doing it for a guy who, when people's houses get exploded and stuff from a tornado, they get like a check. You know, after like 6 months, he cuts them a check for a lot less under it, and then gets their original. They sign their check over to him. It's like
why do they need to chase the tornadoes to do that?
I'm not exactly sure. I need to rewatch it, but also anyway, but they're trying to predict where the tornadoes are coming, so they're doing like some. It was, that they had to do it for like a bad reason, kind of thing.
Okay.
And this young girl was like, I'm going to solve tornadoes. And she's just
gonna change the Earth's climate.
Yes. Well, she's gonna she put something into disperse into a tornado, and it makes it break up. Basically.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. That was the thing. She's like, she's gonna beat Earth.
Oh.
She's gonna beat Earth. That was the it happens when they're in like this little small town. And like they dislodge the thing that she needs, the water capsules, the silver capsules or something, and it makes it disappear, and it saves the day at the last second. Fuck off. Anyway, the only thing my thing, we had the MacArthur Park thing. I had a scene for Twisters where she hadn't seen her mom. Her mom lives in Oklahoma, and she hadn't been home in like 5 years. She'd been so there's a time where she gets frustrated. She goes like, I want to go back home, and she knows where the key is, like under a flower pot, and goes back in.
Still there, huh?
Yeah, and then she goes into the house, and her mom's like all happy to see her. I go, she would have got shot. She would have got fucking shot. Who the fuck are you? Just bam, bam, bam. And like, I got one of these crazy Creek County meth heads coming in here, try to take our copper wiring and rape us all. Anyway, that would have been what happened,
Show up to this house and unannounced like that.
Yeah. And she didn't see her mom in 5 years, and didn't tell her mom she was back in town, and it was just like.
And mom's come around the corner to see her,
and like, hey, let me make some food for you or something, like that.
She didn't run in, tackle her ass, and start beating her. She didn't do that.
Hit her with a ironing board or something, bludgeon. Bludgeon her daughter with I don't know, what a butcher's axe or something.
It's movie magic, man. You gotta suspend belief.
Yeah.
It's imagination.
Yeah, like Nicole Kidman would. She says, like when I was a little girl, these were the things I would see. Yes, absolutely. So Beverly Hills Cop. Yes, Beverly Hills Cop was worth it. It's Netflix.
Yeah, it's Netflix.
You're home. You're on your couch.
Yeah.
It's good. Pop some popcorn. Do you?
Yeah.
Brando Murphy. You gotta look this up. I'm sure there's video of him out there still. He was an insane person. Like I said, he's selling crypto now. Because of his level of celebrity. I wonder, and he still goes by Brando Murphy.
I can't believe his daddy didn't help him out. That's crazy.
Eddie Murphy wasn't his daddy, first of all. He's like a. Yeah, it's just a. It's just,
but he looked like Eddie Murphy?
Yeah. But he's not.
What if he's Charlie's son?
Oh, huh? Darkness.
What if he's Charlie's son?
That would be.
He's Charlie's son. He thought Eddie was his daddy because his mom.
Yeah, because they favor each other.
Was a groupie, and she went in there to fuck Eddie.
Yeah.
But she got so drunked up.
Yeah.
She didn't realize she was fucking Charlie.
I mean, and that was the plot of Coming to America, where he hooked up with Leslie Jones and had Jermaine Fowler. Oh my God, Brando Murphy is Jermaine Fowler.
What if
that would have been such a fucking horrible casting choice if it was Brando. Oh my God.
What if He's Charlie Murphy's son.
Darkness.
He looks like his dad's brother. That happens all the time.
It's fair. That's fair. That could have happened.
His mom made a mistake because she was in there,
Yeah, it's dark.
Toothed up, and she went to the wrong penis.
But I mean, they may not have been there together. They may not have been doing some weird.
What?
I mean,
Charlie Murphy and Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, they may not have been like.
They were in the same room all the time.
Okay.
I didn't say they were sharing anybody. But
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Like Charlie would bring in the girls, and then it'd be Eddie and
Well,
Charlie.
I think the girls wanted to see Eddie. Like Charlie was like a consolation prize.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's why they was in the same room.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And Eddie would be like,
well,
her and her, and then Charlie was like, well, I mean, you already.
It's like a fantasy football draft. It was just like, I'll take green dress, black and white stripes, and orange shoes.
And Charlie was like, well, you're already here, so what
you already here. You want to have sex with a Murphy?
Exactly. That's what happened. Maybe Brando was Charlie's kid, man. See, I was discrediting this dude this whole time. He is.
Well, no, but he was saying he was Eddie's son.
It was a mistake. His mom.
There was a lot of mistakes made by this guy. Yeah.
His mom made a mistake, man.
Absolutely.
He didn't know.
Yeah. All right.
That's your movie review?
That's my movie review. That's what I got. It's hot. You
want to turn on the AC for a bit?
Yes. Yes. Guys, thanks for listening to the podcast. You can catch Marcus at the Black Business Podcast. I listened to the political episode.
Oh, look at that.
About voting locally.
Yes.
In your local elections. I listened.
That's what matters.
Yes, what matters. And you can catch up the Black Business Podcast. You can find him at Marcus Stewart TV on all platforms. Yes. I am Matt Lewis.
The fun Matt Lewis.
Next shows I got they'll be in the comments. I think I don't remember. There's 2 in August.
Go to Defund, man.
And I know it's September. I know I'm booked on September 11th at Barney's Beanery in Pasadena.
Anniversary
show. We're gonna, it's just the comedy show. It just happens to fall on September 11th. And I've already, I resisted the temptation to say don't bomb, because, but I'm not.
You matter. You should.
Why?
Because it's September 11th?
Yeah, because
you know what's bugging me, man? Because people will be like, "Oh, don't worry about stop bringing up stuff from the past." When people like, "Oh, political stuff or stuff about oppression and stuff," but then every 9/11 they be like, "Never forget."
Well, that's the so
never forget.
Yeah,
never.
People want it both ways. Yeah,
how am I supposed to never forget?
Yeah, but then you say,
and for real though.
Yeah.
2 days after 9/11, you remember what happened?
What?
A whole bunch of people across this country got up, went to the airport, and got on airplanes about their business.
Yeah.
It didn't stop shit.
No.
It didn't stop a damn thing. So how bad was it?
All it did was make flying a lot more annoying.
It didn't scare nobody off of flying on planes.
No.
So how bad was it really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it really. I mean, I don't. Who doesn't go into skyscrapers because they think a plane's going to hit it? You know what I mean?
Slow down a damn thing.
I mean, the only thing I think it did change is if you were on a plane and you saw a Muslim person, you probably gave him shitty looks.
That's it.
That was basically it. That's
the only thing that changed.
It was basically just mad. Just
made everybody more paranoid.
Yeah, give shitty looks to give shitty looks to Muslim people. That's all it was.
That's all it did.
That's all to never forget is. It's just
that's it.
Mad dog. And
never forget that we biased against Muslims.
Yes,
that's all it did.
Yeah, it's just be hateful. Be hateful. It's an excuse to be hateful. Yeah, let's have fun.
Forget.
I
was in a skyscraper last week, and I was on 2 planes.
Yes.
That shit didn't slow down nothing.
No, there's 5,000 planes up in the air at any time, and then it's created, around the world, or I'm not sure what the numbers are.
People took 1 day off of flying.
Yeah.
They took 1 day off of flying.
Yeah, and then,
I can't get my money back for this Caribbean cruise, so I need to get to Florida.
Yeah.
Is the plane flying tomorrow or not?
Yeah, they hooked up some people with rental car plans and stuff like that, and you got to take your shoes off now.
Never forget.
Yeah, but never forget.
Never forget.
Yeah, and also say something hateful toward Muslims or something and give them shit.
That's what they want.
Well, yeah, because I mean, because that's the thing. It's gonna be some guy flying between Kansas City and Cleveland. Yeah, that's the target. That's the target. Yeah, It's your Spirit Airlines flight. It's your that. relax. They're going for Air Force One if they're going for anything. Christ.
It's the red eye of Boise.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite ones. Can I never forget? There was, it was Anthrax was the scare.
Yeah.
Because I think that it may have been legit. It may have been legit, or it may not have been legit. I'm not sure. Because people were saying like, I remember there was. It was a town outside of Tulsa. It was the Walmart there. Someone had said there was going to get bombed. The Super Walmart in Tahlequah, Oklahoma, was going to be a target for terrorist attacks. And I go, and it was like a week after that. I go, that was somebody who just didn't want to go to work.
Yeah,
bro. Like, I'm going to blow up the. It was just like, no, that was some dude who is an alcoholic who's hungover and just don't want to go into work that day. He's just like, hey, I can't. Oh, and then he shows up at noon and goes, oh, hey, I thought I should stay home because I heard on the news that the place may get blown up. It was that way. There's probably a whole bunch of good stories like that. There was, never forget though.
I love to know when a bomb scare actually did blow the building up.
Yeah, what are the odds? What are the numbers?
How many times has somebody called in like, there's a bomb in the building and the building actually blew up?
Yeah.
0?
Yeah, there was, so remember, have you ever heard the story? There was a guy who was arrested for making a terroristic threat at it was a Walmart, I think, also. He said, I'm about to go blow up this bathroom because he needed to take a shit. And there were some white people there who didn't understand what that meant. And then, like, whenever he's coming out of the bathroom after apparently a very healthy deuce, if you will, and getting guns pointed at him, and then he repeated back, and the cops were like, "What? Are you freaking retarded? What are you called us here about that? He's not gonna. The guy's not gonna. They thought he was gonna like a suicide bomber, and
they were retarded.
Yeah, in their Ralph's bathroom or something.
Yes.
You might as well kill yourself if you're gonna use a restroom. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, share, all that good things. Give us a rating on all those services that we like. Thanks. Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never forget. Don't forget to rate us.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah. Never forget Marcus and Matt. All right. Air conditioning.
Support for Obnoxious Valid Points is not brought to you by Audible. Audible, are you too stupid to read a book? Have one read to you. You'll find no books or mentions of books at patreon.com/ovpoints.